Welcome back to Volume 2 of Slam's Chinese against Byzantines. In this case he's playing against Dark, pretty strong player on Arena as far as I know, and he's gotten quite a bit on the ladder, quite some points on the ladder. Not sure where exactly he is, but should be an interesting matchup. I have no idea what Slam is going to do in this game, so let's just find out. I still want to focus on his point of view in the early ages. He's moving out with the scout to find all his sheep already, so he actually can go back to start luring in some deer, which you usually want to do as soon as possible. Slam got some villagers on sheep, and now getting with the lumber camp to the left, to the far side, to the safety of the back of his base, and is going with probably 4 villagers, I imagine. We are going to find all the boars here. That's one to the top, another one to the bottom. So Slam knows pretty much everything there is to know about his map. He's maybe missing 1 gold, and no, not even that. I think he can see everything there is. And now he is going to send a villager to get the boar, and probably send another villager for the berries. Pretty standard here. Actually, which boar is he getting? He's not getting a boar at all. Oh, I think there was a misclick here. I'm pretty sure he wanted to go for the boar. Now he's getting it in, but he could be a little bit late. That's some idle time villagers going around. This is never too good. He should garrison these villagers, but he's trying to lure a deer in. It's not a perfect build order at the start, but it's alright. Slam will be fine here, and he probably is ahead in villagers still. Chinese start is quite strong these days, I imagine. I'm not quite sure about it, but it looks like with having 3 villages underneath the TC, when you can see the sheep at the start, you should be fine here. And of course, he's going to try to go for that second boar as soon as the other one is running out. Actually, he will be late at that again, and I'm really surprised about this, because Slam usually doesn't do mistakes like these, but maybe luring the boar made him too busy, and maybe also focusing on the stream. He still will be fine, as he's got 3 deer underneath this TC, and that means as long as the boar is not there, you're going to have more food from the deer. There's not so much running away. So now Slam 23 population at this point, with a second lumber camp and only 5 villagers on those. 2 farms coming up now, and another house, of course. 4 villagers on the berries, house for a split second, but that's not a problem. And now there's a lot of villagers on that boar, with 6 villagers on wood. What is he going to do here? 28, 29 population for now. That's the plan apparently. He's also going to scout. He's going to try and hunt down Dark's scout. No, he's actually not doing that, because Dark would just run away. And now he's sending 2, probably 3 villagers to gold again. 5, 6 villagers on a straggler tree. There's only 1. Maybe he deleted one with the farm here. And there's still 1 sheep to take. He found out about it, but he wants to make sure that he's got enough wood in to go for the 2 buildings. Looks like we're going to see barracks again. Is it going to be scouts with 5 farms now up, or are we going to see an archer range again? That could be interesting to see the same approach against a different player, but I imagine scouts might be the better choice this game. We're going to find out in a second here. Slam just waiting for Field Age to hit, and it's the staple this time. Staple blacksmith, oh my god. And he's got enough food in the bank already, and he also will have enough gold to click up to Castle Age. Going for double biddix already, which is really nice, so he really had a lot of food. And there we go. He's not as fast as Dark with 27 villagers, but he's technically one villager ahead, and he's got enough food for horse collar, or for the scout first. Did he go for horse collar already? Going to find out. Yes, apparently he did. And there we go. First scouts coming out on the field. We have the second gold forward, third gold forward outside, second stone forward, the main stone on the side, actually safe in the bag, and main gold safe in the bag. You probably saw that already. And I'm not going to go and focus on the relics. I want to see Dark space now. Third gold outside, second gold inside, but forward-ish. Main gold safe in the back, main stone safe in the back, and the second stone outside, quite far to the front. Double monastery once again, so we have almost the same matchup, but in this case Slam is not going for the crossbows, but is going with scouts, and of course they should be better against upcoming monks. Now the relics might be interesting. We have one relic close to Dark, in the middle one, between the 2 players, this one closer, and the other 2 really close to Slam, so Slam got an advantage here. He's going with the monastery. He is probably going with the TC, actually on the main gold again. This is interesting. And he's got 3 scouts and a camel out, so he should be able to counter monks at this point. Sanctity coming in, and of course Dark will try to go for as many relics as possible. It's not going to be so easy to do though, as he's not adding in a barracks, which he probably should do. He's got a second TC on the woodline and the main stone. Now the TC coming up with the woodline in the back here, but a barracks could be really helpful. I don't think we're going to see a stable here from Dark. He could also transition into crossbows, which is technically possible, but you don't really want to go for that. I think spearman would be fine. Now Dark is trying to go with the monks here, and it's only 2, soon to be 3 monks. He's not really focusing on the aggression or on the relics too much, and now he's trying to go for that conversion against the light calves, but they are not getting converted here. So -2 monks here for Dark. Slam should be able to grab most of the relics. He got the two of those close relics, one in the middle, he got that one as well, so only 2 relics left, and Slam with only a few scouts and that camel or maybe 2, he's actually able to, ooh, and that's bad luck, the scout is on no attack and staying around and is able to kill the monk in the end, but it's also going down. So now Dark is not getting any relics and has spent wood for 2 monasteries. And that's hard, because 2 monasteries and going for monks, losing them, not getting relics, that is usually giving you quite a big disadvantage against an opponent of Slam's caliber, or at least against an opponent that is like close to you in rating. Slam probably ahead at this point. And now Slam with 3 TCs up and running, I'm assuming still, 2nd TC on the main goal, 3rd TC on the vote line. He should be able to click up to Impure Village in a reasonable time, probably in stone as well. Yeah, that's a lot of villages on stone already. Let's see. The food count is really low for Slam. That's interesting. He invested a little bit into scouts, but it's Dark who is on the way to Impure Age already. Of course, with Byzantines it's cheaper. Now we're going to see the barracks coming up. Slam is probably able to see the barracks as well. He can see the wood line, so he knows where he could try to attack here. And Archer is coming up on the other side. That's something that Slam could also see here. Dark has how many villages at this point? That's 78 against Slam 73. So Dark is ahead in economy, I imagine. Slam clicking up to Imperial Age now and is going to do what? He got some stone. Does he have a castle already? Not that I can see. He's actually getting on in the middle of the map here. 2 stables behind this, so he's again going for the light calf and Chukunu approach, which still makes sense against the Byzantines. Now in this case, Dark doesn't have a castle. He's probably going for chemistry. What about the university? He's actually walling in his wood line here. That's really strange to see. And looks like a villager got converted here. So Slam is using the monk that he has to be annoying. That villager is going out, but the outpost is giving Slam a lot of line of sight here. A lot of information about what Dark is doing. You can see the main gold, which is really, really important. And now you can also see the crossbow coming out. So we're going to see these crossbows or arbalest against what I'm assuming is going to be Chukunus here. He's got 8 of them going for conscription. He's not adding in a trebuchet yet, but the 2nd castle is up. And Slam will soon have the resources to go for a 3rd castle, I imagine. Siege workshops coming out on the side here. And Dark is not producing at this point. He's got enough stone for a castle, very important to see. He's got a decent amount of arbalest and 30 minutes in. The upgrades looking good on those. But no castle means no trebuchets, and that means Slam's castles will be safe in the middle here. What about the Chukunu numbers? Slam seems to have a lot of army. That's 40 against only 15. And that's huge, because Slam could already go for some raiding, try to attack, and there are the petards. Very important castle coming up right now. Slam is still going in, and he will be able to snipe a few of those villagers. Not sure why the light cap are moving around now. That's a mistake. Slam with a misclick maybe, but Dark is not able to wall this in time. And Slam is starting to raid Dark's economy at 33 minutes. That's very tough to defend against, because Slam has map control already. There is the Arbalest trying to attack, but Slam with a good amount. That's 26, is that correct? 26 Chukunu. Not fully upgraded yet, but we're only 33 minutes in. And at the same time, Dark has to fix his economy, has to stop Slam from raiding. He actually was able to fix the walls. He's now still trying to go for that castle with the Halberdiers on the field, but Slam with the big advantage here. You can see it in the score, but it's also the map control. It's the 5 relics that Slam has. I think he has the 5, right? Yeah, there we go. And he has the vision. He still doesn't have a castle against himself, and there's another petard coming in. So Dark is saying, okay, I need to move my army back. I need to try and defend this. So he's going with the Arbalest, which makes sense. The wall is open once again, but Slam doesn't have the cavalry that he needs to actually try and raid. Instead, he will go for the fight here now. Going to see an unfinished castle, Arbalest around it, and Chukunu against that. You don't want to fight Chukunu against Arbalest without too many numbers, I guess, or the other way around. Actually, you need a lot of Arbalists to be able to fight against Chukunu. The Bombard Cannon addition is really nice, but the castle needs to go up, and Dark is not able to get that castle up. That means Slam can produce from the castles non-stop. As long as he has the resources, he can get a lot of Chukunu, and he's the one who's going aggressive. Now we do see the Halberdiers taking care of the outpost, which makes a lot of sense, but only now the castle will be finished, and Dark should be able to, gather his swords and his army. And what I'm saying is, there is siege ramps from Slam moving to the left hand side, attacking the siege workshops, and that means more trouble, as of course the arbalest will attack the siege ramps first. Not too many halberdiers on the field, some unit is okayish against the siege ramps, and now Slam is also saying, I have still some light cav, they are good upgrades, I will try to defend my siege ramps for as long as possible. The castle went up, which is really important, but Dark is not going for Trebuchet, as at this point in the game he won't be able to attack. Maybe he could go with one here and try to snipe the castle from inside his base, but there's so many Chukunu around and they are elite, missing rocketry, but Slam might be able to go for that upgrade really soon. He's got a lot of resources in the bank, so he should be able to afford it. And army numbers also looking good for Slam here, better for Dark actually. He's got more units on the field, really surprised about that. And Dark almost has enough stone for another castle, but Slam still with the map control. I'm not quite sure why Slam is losing numbers here. Maybe he's not producing, and it looks like all the castles are idle now. He's going for Trebuchet. He's got 4 castles in the middle of the map. That's just beautiful. He's taking extra stone, he's taking extra gold here. And he's going for the keeps, for guard towers and keeps soon. That's quite interesting. It's almost like a disrespect move, or like an outpost rush move, saying, yeah, I'm going to win this game. It doesn't really matter that I wasn't able to push in now, because I'm gonna have the towers, I'm going to have the siege behind the towers, and actually it's a nice idea. Bomberkin is starting to attack that tower. I guess keep upgrade will come in any second, but Slam has the trebuchets, and he's going to start and attack the castle. When this castle is down, Dark's economy will be open once again. The wall's still not closed, which is really surprising. I guess Dark is not realizing this, and I imagine once Slam has enough light cav, and there's 19 already, so that's a good number. They will try to go in again, do the damage, and then attack the castle. Dark has to focus on fixing his economy then, or defending against the raidings, and that's a good point for Slam to attack the front and try to get an advantage here. He's still got that map control, and now with the guard towers being a really nice defensive shield against these arbalest and even the halberdiers, the castle is about to go down. It's on very low HP, that's not enough for the chest to repair it, and now we have the first fight happening after the guard towers, after the keeps got built. Looks like the light cav are posing as a meat shield, but Slam is saying, no, that's not my fight, I want to open these walls. So he's going back for now, he's attacking the trebuchet, and I guess I can go a little bit faster again. A lot of keeps coming up here. This one on 96%, Slam should finish it. He lost one of the towers here, but it's not really important, as the trebuchet from Dark is going down now, and the bomber cannon is in danger as well. There's siege ramps on the left-hand side hitting the barracks. Light cav moving in. No, that's just too many halberdiers for now. Actually, I was wrong here. Halberdiers going down fast. He could move in against these arbalest, and now Stark is suffering. Slam is making him suffer slowly, which is surprising, but okay. Slam is taking his time, is saying, I have full map control, I have all the golds, I have all the relics. Why should I rush in? Why should I make mistakes here? Instead, I'm going to enjoy my attack, and I'm going to make progress in tiny steps, but in clearly visible steps. And Slam has meaty resources in the bank, while Dark actually pretty much the same. He's population capped, so he's got 69 military units against Slam 72 now. Problem for Dark is his gold will run out sometime in this game. Actually, he's going with the arbalest to the top side to try and claim some of these extra resources, but I guess he needs to move back again. As Slam is now saying, hey, there is an opening, I'm using the honor chest because you're closing the walls, and now I'm going in, I'm going to raid. And even though Dark has so many resources in the bank, it's still not looking good for him. And Slam is going with more keeps here. The keep rush is real. I think he missed arrow slits this game, I'm not quite sure. But as far as I remember, Slam went for the keeps, but he forgot this upgrade, and arrow slits is a very important upgrade when you go for that tower rush here, of course. Then again, Slam still has map control, still has control of the game, so he will be fine even without that upgrade. He's still waiting with the Chukunu to do some damage. For now, he's opening the walls, he's sending trebuchets forward. I think that's a misclick. And he's also claiming the extra golds and stones by even building more keeps. This is actually a fine thumbnail, I think. The big fight is happening now against the arbalest, Chukunu in the mix, but it doesn't look good for Dark. And even though Dark's still very good in the bank, a lot of resources, it looks like he is losing everything. And there's a longer chain in the mix as well. Halberd is moving forward, but the elite Chukunu I think are too strong here, and the siege rams are doing the rest. Dark has siege rams as well. He's not beaten by any means, he's got decent population, but what do you do against this? You need to be able to attack these towers while at the same time defend against Slam's army, and I think elite skirmishers halberdiers is good. Arbalest as a gold unit, it makes sense, but Slam played this one really, really well. Got a very early map control,
overpowered in this game, got all the relics, and in the end definitely won it without too much effort, I think. Dark played well, played decent, but the opening with the 2 monasteries this time did not work. Hope you enjoyed this game, Volume 2 of Chinese against Byzantines. If you see Slam play Chinese against Byzantines on Arena again, please hop in, please tell me about it, so I want to cast Volume 3 as well. That's it for now, hope you enjoyed this one, see you in the next games. GG.